Welcome to Lola's Frugal Life Podcast. If you're on a mission to be more frugal with both your time and money, you're in the right place. In this podcast, we talk about topics that help enhance living a frugal lifestyle. The goal is to save time and money where we can so that we can use the rest on what matters most to us. We talk a lot about both time and money management so that we can waste as little as possible on both. We do this while also embracing a progress over perfection mindset. If that sounds good to you, then please stick around for the latest episode right after a few quick words from our sponsor. Hi everyone, welcome back to my weekly meal plan episode. If you're new here, this is a very quick, simple episode each week where I share what's on my family's meal plan for the upcoming week. You can find the blog post on my website at lolasfrugallife.com that includes the full meal plan and links to any recipes that I mention here. I do this because I think maybe I can help motivate some people to put their meal plan together. Because meal planning for me has just been such a huge change in my life since I kind of really got a plan down on how to get this going. I know what I'm cooking every night. I know what to purchase for groceries. It saves a lot of money and it saves a lot of time. I highly recommend rotating meals on a regular basis so that you're not always trying to think of something new to make. And then that way, when you have time, you can add a new recipe if you want to. But if you don't have time, you don't have to. You already have a meal plan in place and you know what's going to be for dinner. So this week's meal plan starts on Saturday, January 27th. I am actually trying a new recipe this week. It's called Marry Me Chicken. It's a pretty popular dish. I've just never made it before. This recipe is from littlesunnykitchen.com. It's basically like chicken breast. It's got some heavy cream, chicken stock, sun-dried tomatoes, and some other ingredients. And I believe it's like a skillet type meal, a skillet type dish that you cook the chicken in a skillet with those ingredients and it makes a sauce and it sounds really good. I'm just going to do like white rice and some frozen vegetables on the side with that. And we'll see how that goes. For Sunday, I'm going to be doing sausage and vegetable sheet pan dinner, which is from allrecipes.com. This is just a very simple sheet pan recipe with it's got broccoli, potatoes, carrots, onions, and then you kind of season that with some olive oil and seasonings, and you lay sausage, like Italian sausage, on the sheet pan with the vegetables and roast it. I also add some chicken breast or chicken thighs, boneless, whatever I have, to kind of mix it up with the sausage. So I kind of do like sausage and chicken rather than just sausage. But anyway, that's what we're going to be doing for Sunday. For Monday, I'm going to be doing quick baked chicken parm, which is from allrecipes.com. This is a really simple chicken parm recipe where you just basically bread the chicken and bake it in the oven. And then you take it out and you add the sauce and the cheese, pop it back in until that's heated and melted. And then we're just going to serve that with spaghetti. So that's a pretty quick, easy meal. Tuesday, we are going to be doing sheet pan chicken fajitas. That is from foodnetwork.com. It's really just your basic sheet pan chicken fajita recipe. It's just like chicken, peppers, onions, and some seasonings. You bake it in the oven. And I am also going to be making some white rice with that too, because some of my family members like to make a bowl with it rather than put it on a flour tortilla to make a fajita. Wednesday, we're going to be doing bacon wrap barbecue shrimp from allrecipes.com. As I've mentioned before, every time I make this recipe, I just lay the shrimp on the pan, like on a sheet pan, and then I cut up the bacon and just layer it over top rather than wrapping the bacon individually. It saves a ton of time and it comes out just as good. And then as a side, I'm going to just be doing some easy vegetable fried rice. So for that, I don't even really, I think I do put a recipe on the website, but I don't actually follow a recipe. I just really simply just saute up some frozen stir fry vegetables, and then I make some white rice and I cook up some eggs, and I just kind of cook up the vegetables, add the rice, add some soy sauce and sesame oil, and then mix in the eggs at the end. So it's just super, super quick and easy, and it goes really good with the shrimp. For Thursday, we usually do soup or breakfast for dinner. This week, we're doing breakfast for dinner. We're going to be doing tater tot casserole from saltysidedish.com. This is, as it sounds, it's a casserole with tater tots, eggs, and sausage, and cheese, and that comes out really good. You just put it all together and throw it in the oven. And then Friday, we do hot dogs once a month on a Friday. So that is happening this week. Very simple. I just boil up some hot dogs, put out some hot dog buns. We usually do a can of chili, but I actually have some frozen chili that I had made crock pot chili a few weeks back. So we're going to have that with it. And then I do some potatoes in the air fryer, potatoes, peppers, and onions cut up. And you can use that to make like an Italian hot dog or just have it on the side or whatever. I think it goes really good with that meal. So that is it for this week's meal plan. Like I said, you can find this on my website at lolasfrugallife.com. It has links to all the recipes that I mentioned. And that's it for this week. So thank you so much for listening, and I will see you back here next week. So thank you for checking in for this podcast episode. And don't forget, you can always email me with any questions or suggestions at lolasfrugallife@gmail.com. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at lolasfrugallife. And you can find a blog post for most of my episodes and definitely all of my meal plan episodes at lolasfrugallife.com. You can also join our private listeners group at facebook.com/groups/lolasfrugallife. And if you enjoy the show, please make sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you listen from. And I would love it if you would screenshot the show and tag me on Instagram so I could see you're listening. Also, if you can please take a couple of seconds to rate and review the podcast. Those ratings and reviews are what help the show come up better in search results so that other people can find this podcast. So that will really help me in growing my audience. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have an awesome day.